one-night stand the other week. Has anyone had one of those recently? It's funny, it's not a very good audience interaction question. But mine didn't technically last a night. And I think that's quite rude, isn't it? When you take somebody home, you have sex, and then at 3 in the morning they say, well, I think you better be going now. Because essentially what they're saying to you there is, I'd feel less dirty if I got on the night bus. Laughter with recognition there. Yes. So I got a new phone the other day, but don't mug me afterwards. I got a shit phone because I live in Peckham, which is the sort of neighbourhood. Did you know Peckham? Yes. Yeah, you saw me saying that in a slightly scarred way. No, it's not so bad, is it? All those yellow murder signs do brighten the place up. Like sunflowers. Because phones encourage laziness, don't they? And if you don't believe me, take a look in the text templates folder where they've already written some of your messages for you, in case you can't be asked. They have all sort of lots of everyday phrases, don't they? Like, I'm in a meeting, I'm running late, and fuck off, I hate you. Stop stalking me, it's not funny anymore. I know I'm small, but I carry a knife. You know, things like that we use every day. And you can send an emoticon as well, can't you? I don't know what some of them mean. There's one with little sunglasses on. Is it, why are you texting me? I'm blind. And there's another one with a little face that goes like this. What's that? Can't talk now, I'm having an epileptic fit. But the text template I hate the most is the one that says, I love you too. I mean, how lazy and casual do you have to be about a relationship? I mean, surely if you really love someone, you could be asked to type it. You know, there's not even a kiss at the end. I mean, why don't they go the whole hog and have a whole series of text templates for all the stages of the relationship, you know? Is it time we started talking about moving in together? Send. Why don't you come off the pill? Send. Why are you on the pill? We're lesbians. Send. Fuck off, I hate you. Stop stalking me, it's not funny. I know I'm small, but I carry a knife. But I've been thinking about the label gay, and I think it's a misnomer, you know, because the word originally meant happy, and yet all the gay people I know are really miserable. I think somebody was being ironic. And they said, look, see all those people over there who are burdened by a sense of doom that they're 90% more likely to die alone with no family around them? Let's call them the happy people. What was I talking about? Yes, Christmas. There was a link there, I just didn't voice it. No, there was, because it was Christmas when I came out, but Christmases now are much less eventful than that, because I always go and stay with my father, and the closest we get to some sort of activity or game is him showing me the drawer where his will is kept in case he dies suddenly. And we don't really bother exchanging gifts, so what we do instead is we dust off old presents we exchanged in the 1980s, and we look at them again. And whilst he's playing with his Rubik's Cube, I'll reminisce about the year that one of my presents was that funny little mastermind game with the little pegs in the little board. And the rather menacing photo on the front of the box, with an older gentleman and a Filipino woman in the background. Do you remember? As if he was saying, look what I won. So my friends all tell me I'd meet somebody if I went on holiday, but I have a phobia of going away alone and being befriended by a British family who feel sorry for me. So I get to be the person who flat sits my friends when they go away, and there's one friend who's paranoid about getting her keys cut, so she hides them in an elaborate place and then sends me a text message about where that is. Go to the cupboard around the side of the house where the electricity meters are. Reach up onto the high shelf for a cracked flower pot. In the flower pot you'll find a gardening glove. Inside the gardening glove will be the first in a series of riddles. You'll need a compass, a spade, a map of the local area, and a Latin dictionary. Good luck. So, I've been going to the gym a lot because I heard that's the new place to find romance. And last week I got chatting to somebody nice in the jacuzzi. It was going quite well, but perhaps I shouldn't have said, it's an acid bath! and pretended to dissolve. The highlight of my last Christmas, which was when this newsletter came through my door from the Peckham Rye Safer Neighbourhoods team. Don't drink and drive. It's so much nicer to be alive. If you want to enjoy the festive season, forget your car for a very good reason. Remember your loved ones waiting at home. They don't wish to spend Xmas alone. They'd much rather have you home with them to enjoy the Xmas fun than to have the sad news that you've been found dead in a wrecked car. I think she lost her sense of rhyme and rhythm there. But we mustn't laugh. No, we mustn't laugh, because there is a serious message there, and that is, don't write poetry just after a stroke. I did have to start training properly a few months ago in the gym though, because I got a wild card into Wimbledon, into the tennis. Been trying for years, and I think what made the difference this year was I sent in a photo of myself sitting in my friend's wheelchair. I did have to crop the photo because you could see my friend lying on the pavement. Actually, it wasn't my friend, it was just someone I found at King's Cross, waiting for a family. No, I wouldn't really lie about being disabled. In fact, I went to an event at my local library and a woman handed me a feedback form and said, would you mind ticking the box that says you have a disability, because that helps us get funding. And she must have sensed that I was worried about lying, because she looked me up and down and she said, don't worry, depression counts. But if depression counts as a disability, I wonder if you can get a special car sticker for it, a bit like the wheelchair ones, but just with a sad face. And a speech bubble saying, couldn't possibly walk further with my shopping, might kill somebody. Because I was seeing somebody, but I got dumped. Thanks. I wasn't that bothered, actually. It was a bit like the disappointment you feel when you come to the end of one of those moving walkways at the airport. And you know, you sort of go, oh. And there is a little sense of disappointment, but it's not much. But I did have some good news the other day, yeah. I won an award, yeah. Best lesbian comedian living in the borough of Southwark. 35 and overs category. More competitive than you might imagine. Very crowded niche. That sounds quite rude, doesn't it? But I wasn't always so open about my sexuality, and when I came out to my parents as a teenager, I was the one who was all ashamed and inhibited, didn't want everyone knowing. They started going around telling all the neighbours, handing out flyers, printing up t-shirts, trying to get us all on Kilroy. My mum tried to make me feel better by telling me something about her and her friend Joan on holiday. Which I didn't want to hear, it was disgusting.